One man changed the world of bodybuilding forever, for me at least. But before you click away, this isn't a video about bodybuilding as a sport, it's about building muscle. When I was 15, my daily routine was school, home, kicking everyone off our shared computer, binge watching bodybuilders eat and lift. People might think that's weird, but I was obsessed. Clearly still am, but these days I read studies, train, and I have a child, so that takes up a chunk of time too. Anyway, it's 2008. I'm sat at my computer after school, eating brown rice and chicken, and I stumble on a video called Dorian Yates' Blood and Guts. I immediately share it with my friends, and the next thing you know, we're all in on everything that Yates ever did. And if you don't know, Dorian Yates was a 6-time Mr. Olympia from 92 to 97. So I was 11 years late to the party, but that video changed everything for me. It shaped my own training philosophy and got me the most gains I've ever had in the entire gym. And in this video, I'm breaking down his entirely training philosophy and how you can use it to pack on so much more muscle than you have in your entire gym career. Dorian Yates' training wasn't just different, it went and still goes against everything you've ever been told. Whilst everyone else was doing endless sets and chasing pumps, he took low volume, high intensity to the next level. Most people believe that more volume equals more muscle, but if you could get the same results or better in half the time, why wouldn't you do that? And his philosophy was one all-out, near-death working set per exercise. No fluff, no wasted reps, just pure overload. And it's a brutal method that forces the body to adapt by maximizing mechanical tension, which is the main driver of hypertrophy. More weight, more intensity, fewer sets equals more gains in less time. High intensity training works like this. Imagine you've got a nail and you're trying to hammer that into wood. Use your imagination here, because I couldn't find a hammer. If I tap this all day, that nail is not going into the wood. And that's how Dorian saw volume, where instead of tapping the wood all day and not making a big difference, if you go in with 6 hard sets of the same thing, you're going to make a bigger difference, and it's just the same thing. But if you're only doing one true working set, how can you make sure you're getting enough volume to grow? And that's where his progressive overload obsession comes in. If you're lifting the same weight for the same reps week after week, congratulations, you're maintaining, not growing. Dorian knew this, and that's why every workout he had, he would track everything and push for one more rep or slightly more weight every single session. He literally logged everything in his whole career. You can find it online. Most people train hard, but not with intent. If you're not actively pushing for more over time, your muscles have no reason to grow. His philosophy was, if you're not progressing, you're wasting your time. Every single workout should be slightly harder than the last, forcing that adaptation. But training like this is intense, and if you're not recovering properly, you're just spinning the wheels. And that is why most people think more gym time equals more gains. But Dorian knew better. He trained just 4 times a week, because muscle isn't built in the gym, it's built during recovery. If you're always sore, constantly fatigued and struggling to add weight to the bar, you are not making progress. You're just beating yourself up. Dorian's training was so intense, he needed longer recovery periods between sessions. And that's what made it work. Stimulate, recover, grow. And he focused on sleep, food, and rest, making sure his body actually rebuilt the muscle rather than just tearing it down. But even with perfect recovery, nutrition plays a massive role. And one mistake that could be ruining your own results is eating for size. He wasn't about endless bulking or eating dirty to hit a certain amount of calories. He focused on eating clean, structured nutrition to fuel his workouts. Most people either eat too little and fail to grow, or eat too much and get fat. But he followed a high carb, moderate fat diet. eating just enough to gain muscle without unnecessary fat. And this is why he stayed relatively lean even in his off season. But if you're not like Dorian, need to drop 30 pounds of weight in the next 90 days, whilst keeping the muscle, I put together a free 21-day fat loss plan that breaks down everything down step by step, and it's completely free. You can grab it in the description below. But here's the thing with nutrition and training. They're only part of the equation. There's one more piece that people overlook. Dorian Yates wasn't just a great bodybuilder, he had the mindset built for winning. He didn't just train hard, he trained like his life depended on it. Every single session was all out war, with weights, no distraction, no half-assed reps, just pure focus. And that's what most people lack in the mental intensity to push themselves past the comfort zones. And I want to make this super obvious so people can understand the power of this, but also focus on it. Imagine in 2008, you knew that Tesla stock would have been what it is today, and you persuaded your future self to do it. Knowing what you know now, you will put everything into that. And that's how you must approach this type of training if you want to grow. Because I'm certain that this style of training works that well, it will work for everyone. You can't half-arse it. It's very low volume and high intensity. So you need to train with intent, recover properly, and eat for your goals, and you will get results, period. So what will happen when you apply this style of training? You'll get insane results in less time. Even if you're trying to gain muscle, you should never take it too far and start to bulk. And that's why you need to know exactly all about full body recompositions, where you can build muscle and lose fat at the same time. And if you want to know how that's done, click on that video.